So can we have a seat? Alright, so we're starting now. Hello, my name is Fernando. Thank you very much for your time. I'm doing a group work at my university, which is London South Bank, and we would like to ask you a few questions about power and politics in organizations. Okay? So it's very nice that you're helping us. So I just have a few questions to ask you. So the first question is, could you tell us your name?
Yeah, my name's Alan.
Yeah, and what's your position? Do you work currently?
Yeah, sure. I'm a store manager. I work within the retail sector. And currently I'm a manager for a mobile network, a mobile phone company.
Excellent. And so the first question is if you could tell us briefly, what do you understand by power and politics in organizations?
So, what I understand is obviously there's politics we'll find in any organisation, and the power that comes with that. For me, power and politics put together is in essence a set of ethics that people have to work by. It's something that you can check back against, and ultimately I don't think we can do without, if I'm being honest.
Alright, so do you think it does exist in your company or any company you've ever worked for?
Yeah, I certainly haven't worked for too many companies, but the ones that I have worked for, power and politics has always existed.
Okay. How does an organization implement power and politics roughly? What's the secret behind it?
Well, I think for a lot of companies nowadays, what you'll see is in what I said earlier about ethics, it's almost like a set of rules. Obviously, some ethics come from the heart, but some have to come as part of a business structure. So, without that structure, I think everything will go quite awry. So, the one that I'm in at the moment, the business that I work for at the moment, then we've got what we call a rule book. They're policies and procedures. And that's part of my job, you know, to be able to stick by those policies and procedures, but also to present them to the people that I also manage too.
Okay, thank you. So do you reckon that power and politics actually benefit the employees in every way possible?
Yeah, and I'll explain why. So, for example, if you come into a business where these set of rules are there, and they are asked to be abided by as part of your contract or agreement for the company, then there's no ambiguity. So if anyone wants to subject and question that, they can go back and say, well, actually, look, this is the policy, this is what we've written, this is the reason why we've written it, and that's why we ask you to do what you do. So yeah, I think it's definitely got a place in our business.
All right. And how about the, do you think that the power and politics actually intervene with the benefit of your company as a whole?
Interfere, did you say, with
Yeah.
the benefits? Arguably, some people will believe that. I don't believe that's the case at all. I think everybody, especially big companies, need structure. Without the structure, things can go all over the place. So with the politics or the power and the politics put together, it enables everybody to follow a common goal. You'll find that most companies have a business plan, a company plan, but to be able to meet those company plans, you need to have a structure. So without that structure, it will fall apart. So yeah, I don't think it interferes. I think it just benefits.
Okay. Then what is your personal view on power and politics? Do you think it's something that perhaps is a plan? It's a strategy, perhaps?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone's got a strategy, and for a business to exist and continue to grow, you need to have that strategy. My personal opinion is that sometimes people get over emotional about politics, and that's where it starts to sort of drift off a little bit, and it affects people differently because of that. I think if you can withdraw the emotion from it and look at it for what it is, then it, like I said before, it does give you a great structure. And if you're using that structure part of your strategy, then for me it's all about sort of trying to create success and growth for the future.
All right. So just one more question, really. What do you think? What would be the future of power and politics? Maybe 10 years from now, 20?
Well, it's gonna exist still. It will evolve more so than what it is now. We can't do without it, in my opinion.
True.
And actually, if you look at the way that business moves forward, is that there's millions of businesses out there. As a business becomes successful, another business wants to take part of that success. So they put the two together, for example. So even in our industry, it's happening all the time. So if you're going to put two companies together, then you need to have a set of rules, and there'll obviously be politics behind those two coming together. You know, and people get emotionally affected by it, like we mentioned before. But for me, it will probably just get more and more politically and power motivated. And you know, we can't live our lives without politics. It exists in everything that we see and do. So yeah, if you think it's going to disappear, believe me, I don't think it will.
All right, I don't think it will either. Anyway, thank you very much, Alan.
My pleasure.
So I'll get you back to my class now. Thank you. Let's see how this looks.